Hey, sixth grade, happy Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. Here is your daily announcement and your instructional video for today. So you're going to go to the weekly workflow. You're going to see that your CNN 10 is already posted. Please make sure you are reading these prompts so you know what you're supposed to be answering. So Tuesday is always, what are 2 questions that you have after watching today's show? If there aren't any questions that you have, what are 2 questions that someone else might ask for clarification or they're confused about? So make sure it's in the form of a question. You're going to click into the reply box and you're going to type in the box here and post your reply. Once you are done with that, you are going to complete the big 3 in your study guide, which is the video I am making right now. So remember, your study guide is not something that I grade. It is simply your notes for any assessment, quiz, or test we may take in social studies. So you can do this in a notebook. You can do this on index cards. You can do this on just plain loose paper. It does not matter to me. These are your notes. You copy them down however you want, and you are allowed to use them on any assessment, quiz, or test. So we are going to look at our lesson number 2, big 3, which is our graphic organizer, our big ideas, and our vocab. So our graphic organizer for this lesson is a flow chart. As you can see, one step leads to another. We are learning about geographic inquiry during this lesson, which inquiry is a fancy word for thinking about, looking into, asking questions. So there's a little anagram I'm going to teach you for this lesson that is using the first letter for all of these steps. I call it AA, O, AA. And the steps for geographic inquiry are: we ask geographic questions, we acquire or gather geographic information, we then organize the information that we've gathered, we analyze it or make sense of it, and we answer the question that we asked in the first step. Now, I'm not 100% concerned with you drawing the pictures. If it helps you remember, great, but all I really want you to do for your study guide is copy the 5 steps and the arrows leading down so you know what step is first, second, third, fourth, and last. Your big ideas for the lesson: geographers use an inquiry-based process to study Earth and the ways people interact with it. This process involves asking geographic questions, acquiring geographic information, and organizing and analyzing the information to answer geographic questions. So again, those 5 steps that we're going to be talking about this lesson. Geographers use a variety of sources and methods to carry out this inquiry process. And geographers use an inquiry process to study and solve a variety of problems, from local, which is like our local neighborhood, to global, which is worldwide, spatial scales. Again, spatial scales is a term from last lesson with the bullseye and the Tupperware containers. Think small like city, think big like continent and worldwide. And you only have one vocabulary word for this lesson, and it is geographic inquiry, the method for investigating geographic problems and issues. Example: geographic inquiry involves seeking answers to geographic questions. Again, for the vocabulary words, I'm only asking you to copy the vocab word and the definition associated with it. You do not have to copy the picture or the example. If it helps you to remember, then please feel free. Again, you are not graded on these study guide notes. Feel free to pause wherever you need to and scroll back up. But that is your big 3 study guide notes for lesson number 2.